Whoa.
Hi.
Hi, Umang.
Hi, Shraddha. How are you? Can you hear me well?
Thank you for. Hi. Yes, we can hear you. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you so
And it's the first. Sorry.
I think there's a bit of a lag, but thank you so much for having me.
It's something I'm so happy that this has never happened before. We launch a course, and on the same day we go live with the expert, with the creator. It's the first time that we're able to do so. So I'm glad. So Umang, I've given your introduction, but we want to know that it's all about written communication. So we want to know what kind of impact has good writing made on your career.
I think good writing is everything. For me, I think people are introducing themselves in today's day and age just through writing. So writing has become the end all and be all. The first introduction you ever make is going to be through an email you send or maybe a LinkedIn note you send. So it's becoming extremely important for you to write well because that's the first impression people have of you in today's day and age. And we all know first impressions are everything. So it's basically changed the way people perceive me from day one.
Yeah, because it was your writing that they were introduced to more than you as a person. Yeah.
Right.
Umang, I've seen your course, and when you say that people who write well do well,
Right.
Why do you say so confidently?
I think because there are a few reasons actually. The first reason being people who write well usually think well. They are, good to be able to write well. You need to be able to structure your thoughts well. You need to be able to communicate what you're trying to say extremely well, such that people who are reading it get an understanding of the point you're trying to make right away. So I think that's what good writing does for you. And also in today's day and age, everyone's super busy. So if they have to take a long time to understand what you're saying, it automatically becomes a huge challenge for them. So not only writing well saves your own time and makes a great impression, it also saves the reader's time, and I think that's even more important. So when you're respecting other people's time, they respect you, and I think that's why writing well is becoming more and more valuable as a skill, especially if you're working under someone, it becomes even more important because your bosses appreciate the fact that you respect their time, and it's becoming a world in which there are so many opportunities but very few people can grasp them and seize them, and writing well will differentiate you from day one, and I think that is why I say people who write well always do well.
Yeah, makes sense. Absolutely. So there is a connection between your thinking and your writing, right? So
Absolutely.
so do you think that we all need to work on our thinking first before we start writing?
I think it's a chicken and egg sort of situation, right? You're trying to think, and some people think through writing. So the way I talk about it in the course as well is that it's not a bad idea to take all your thinking and put it on a piece of paper or an email and then go back and read it like you are the actual recipient of the mail. That way, you kind of know if the thoughts are structured properly, things you need to eliminate, not eliminate, things you need to maybe move around. So it's okay to sort of think while you're writing, but always go back and edit yourself. I think editing yourself is also a great skill, which we talk about on the course as well. Um,
Yes.
so I think, like I said, there's no clear answer to this, but I think thinking and writing are very closely connected.
So if I want to elaborate on this, अगर कुछ कोई important email मुझे लिखना है, तो सबसे पहले मुझे उसके बारे में सोचना चाहिए. और आपने बहुत ही clearly अपने program में बताया है that how पहले सोचे कि आप क्या लिखेंगे. So और उसके बाद start writing. Is something like that?
Absolutely. क्या होता है ना श्रद्धा कि लोग जब ईमेल लिखने जाते हैं ना तो अपने पर्सपेक्टिव से सोचते हैं. You don't think from the other person's perspective. You already know what you want to say, so you just sort of put it down, assuming कि दूसरे को भी समझ में आ ही जाएगा. And I think that is the biggest gap, where you always have to think about the recipient's point of view and then write your email. So your first draft, or when you're thinking about it, that's when you make that mistake of thinking from only your point of view. So your second read or your edit, that's where you're supposed to think about, is the other person understanding what I'm trying to say? Am I saving his time? is my email authoritative? I think that's something that we want to cover as well, where you've written an email, but what is the impact of the email? क्या सामने वाला इसको action लेने वाला है? I think that's very important. Well,
so that's my next question is like, how do you get people to actually read your message and take action?
I think it's all about persuasive writing, and we cover that in the course as well, right? Where we think about, इतना straightforward नहीं है. किसी को हम लोग ने लिख के email भेज दिया, and that person responds to you with a positive reply. People get thousands of emails. How does yours stand out? So first of all, make your email stand out. That's important. Everything from the subject line to your first line of your email to even how you address the person. Do you say hey? Do you say dear? All of these things matter. And how you end the email. Are you telling them a clear step of how they can help you? Are you sort of ending on a positive note where they want to help you? Does your email make them feel energized? Thinking ki, I'm able to convey great energy over my email. All of these things are very important. And that's how you get people to, one, notice you, and two, respond to your request positively.
Yeah, and you've covered very well in the program, and you've given very good examples. That gives me a clear picture. Somebody who's not really written too many emails. मुझे बताइए, these days, so is the mode of writing the same across startups and new age companies and government organizations? What do you think? How should one be smart enough to understand whom I'm writing to?
I think, doing research goes a long way. And and it's a very important question you've asked, a very good question you've asked, because people forget that I may be working in a startup, but the person I'm writing to may be a government person. So we have to keep that in mind. Again, point of view is very important. If they are used to receiving very respectful emails, and I usually like casual emails, it's very important for me to put myself in their shoes. Doing a little bit of research, understanding who you're sending it to. For example, if I've built a rapport with someone, मैं किसी को अच्छी तरह जानता हूँ, then my tone can be more friendly, casual. But if I don't know anyone, that first email needs to be completely respectful, because that way they understand. Listen, this understands my designation. They understand where I am coming from, and that is why I want to respond in the same way. So a little bit of research goes a long way. And again, we have examples writing, very professional emails to writing casual emails. It all matters in terms of context, and it's very important to sort of put yourself in the other person's shoe every single time.
And you very definitively said that, please use simple language. So, what does simple writing achieve that, complex or ornamental writing, it doesn't?
क्या होता है ना, Shraddha, I think people who speak English very well, right? And when we read a lot of English books, we realize that we want to use the biggest words possible. We want to sort of go off our English. That is not the answer. When you write an email, the idea is not to show off your English. The idea is to convey a point and to get someone to take action based on the point. And that does not happen when you're trying to use complex words. अगर मुझे आपका email पढ़ने में ही 20 minutes लग गए, then where will I have a chance to sort of take action on the email, right? So to be able to convey the point very clearly and easily, your English has to be, one, very simple, and two, you should sort of write as you talk. I will not try and bring in examples and this and that when I'm talking, right? I'll talk to a person like he's an actual person in front of me. So it's important to keep your language simple, to keep it clear, crisp, use bullet points, things like that people are used to seeing. People are used to seeing short. And it's very important when you're writing sort of to people to keep their convenience in mind. Don't make it too hard. Don't show off. That's not a platform to show off. The platform is to convey information. And that's how an email should be written.
कभी-कभी लोगों को लगता है ना कि if I use complex words and big words और थोड़ा अच्छा impression गिरेगा, so is it something that अगर आप पहले सोचिए कि अगर सामने वाला इंसान, will he be able to understand it clearly, and if two people are, if they are at the same level, तो शायद आप use कर सकते हैं. Would you say so, or you'll still say, work emails has to be strictly, try to use simple words?
Right. I mean, the best example I give is Ernest Hemingway. He was one of the most famous writers in the history of literature, and he always wrote at a 6th grade level. मतलब वो 6th standard के बच्चे को समझ में आना चाहिए books लिखकर. And if you think about it, that's genius. You know why? Because at the end of the day, you don't know who your audience is sometimes, and you want everyone to understand your email. And if
Right.
he, the kind of success he has writing at a 6th grade level, then why are we trying to show off writing? Someone, for example, uses Shashi Tharoor's example, whose English people think about and see, and they're like, what is he even trying to say? And
Yeah.
that is a big problem, because he may look sophisticated, but does the layman understand? And in the
Yeah.
end, the point is to get someone to understand your point when you're writing an email, not to show off, like I keep saying.
I just remember the memes that were shared during Corona. That thank God आपने इस difficult times में थोड़ी simple language use की. Let me quickly go through some of the messages among somebody saying, Ashu is saying, agreed, you don't have to be Shashi Tharoor. Okay. Level of vocabulary. The best grip a writer can have is through their element of connection with their target audience. Exactly. Candid Priya says, valuable conversation, but got a, okay, you have to leave. Great, Priya. Thank you for attending. These messages, sometimes I'm just able to read half messages.
I would love to tell people about a little bit about what the course is all about and what they can get from it, right? And I want to cover.
Please.
So basically, when I was sort of forming the course with Future Tayari, I realized that we're going to take every single important means of written communication. So it's not limited to only emails. We're talking about LinkedIn. We're talking about, text messages, WhatsApp. How do we communicate professionally across all these mediums? Also, we go over scenarios, right? For example, if you're looking to ask for a raise, how do you write an email? When you're looking to sort of build a rapport with someone so that you can ask them for a favor, how do you send an email? One of my most favorite topics was when you want to ask someone for your money back.
Yes.
How do you send an email? We talk about scenarios in which emotion is at play. For example, if you're very angry, how should you write an email? How do you express frustration? Also, when someone is very angry at you, how do you diffuse the situation? So I think those are some of the important elements where I wanted to really get to real world scenarios that we all face and we don't know how to handle, because we've never been taught this in school, right? So it's important, edge in our career, being able to handle these real world scenarios. And I think that was very interesting to me when I was making the course.
Yeah. And that's what you created, in a very short span of time, you get to learn so much, you get to know so much, and you've given very right examples with your voiceover, with screenshots and everything. And but thank you, Manisha, that you watched our past recorded live. Thank you. Now tell me the difference between style of writing. Suppose you're writing on a WhatsApp versus LinkedIn versus emails.
So I think, what's happening in today's day and age, WhatsApp is sort of blurring the lines between professional and personal conversation. Because आप WhatsApp में अपने बॉस से बात कर रहे होते कभी तो कभी फैमिली ग्रुप पे चैट कर रहे होते हो, and people are forgetting that WhatsApp is one medium but you're still talking to the same level of people, right? अगर आप बॉस से बात कर रहे हो, the tone has to be professional even though it's on WhatsApp, right? And that I think sometimes, so it's very important for you to understand that across mediums, your person you're addressing is more important than the medium itself. So what I'm trying to say is basically कि अगर आप अपने बॉस से WhatsApp पे बात करो या email से बात करो, keep the tone the same. Yes, you're talking to your friends and family, I will not comment. You can talk to them however you like. Whether it's email, WhatsApp or even LinkedIn पे अगर अपने friend से बात कर रहे हो, keep it casual if you want to. But when you're talking to someone who's working with your colleague, whether it's WhatsApp, whether it's email, whether it's LinkedIn, you have to talk to them in a manner that suits their stature or suits their position, right? Which is with respect. Another thing that I'm seeing a lot is that people are always using LinkedIn very interestingly. Either when you're looking to someone for a sale, or you're looking to get a raise, or I get a lot of people who are approaching me for jobs, for example, on LinkedIn, right? And they make a huge mistake where they're saying, I am interested in the job, help me. That's not how it works, right? You have to sort of make a connection with a person so that person will actually open and read it. Talk a little bit, can add value to their lives or to their organizations. And that's how you initiate a conversation, right? And I think that is done in the course where we talk a little bit about how you can get a job through LinkedIn, how you write well in order to get that job, or how to get that promotion, or to even make a sale. At the end of the day, LinkedIn is being used across media, across use cases and points. So we have to be able to quickly make an impression via LinkedIn, because क्या होता है, बहुत सारे messages आ रहे होते हैं लोगों को and they ignore it. So to be able to stand is important, and the only way to do that is through your writing.
LinkedIn is big, really, especially at this point of time. Yeah, and to get attention is an art, probably, right?
Right.
How do you make sure that your message will get attention? Yes, I've also loved your bonuses in terms of what you've given in how WhatsApp communication is involved, your WhatsApp etiquette, and how to introduce two people. I always tries to not find it. It's not be clear. Like, how do you introduce two people who do not know each other, but I'm both of them, they know me, but
Right.
very well articulated. And then how do you interact with your family groups and work groups and stuff? Interesting. So what do you say? Is a short email better than a long email? Umang, there is a myth that if you mention everything in the email, it makes the communication clear. तो सारी बातें साफ हो जाती है because हमने सब कुछ email में डाल दिया है. What do you have to say about that? But the email is very long then.
I think again, it's a very good question, because सब लोगों को लगता है कि मैं सब कुछ डाल दूं email में, उसको extremely long कर दूं तो लोगों को लगेगा कि सारी information एक जगह पे, I'll get an understanding of it.
Right.
But I think so. The wife's favorite practice is this: that I'll take an email, write everything down, and then I'll that way I know the most important stuff is in the email. When you're making cuts, it's always harder than writing everything else. And why would I cut it, right? कुछ information miss हो गई तो. The point is that अगर हम लोग को ऐसे कोई information में doubt हो रहा है कि ये दूँ या ना दूँ, that means automatically not that important in the first place. First of your email is to convey the most important information in one go, which is पहली बार पढ़ के लोगों को for most important information मिल जाती है. Then obviously you can do a follow-on on the same thread, because what happens is from the other person's perspective, लंबा email आ गया उनके inbox में, they'll panic, they'll be like, ये क्या बोलने की कोशिश कर रहा है, इतनी सारी information. So always understand that the other person can only take action if they understand what you're trying to say, and that's all best in short forms. And I love using bullet points on my emails. I love sort of using the fact that short sentences, I highlight keywords. That makes it easier कि किसी ने पढ़ लिया उसको एक जिस में समझ में आ जाता है. That way the chance of missing information is also less. For example, the more information you put in, the more likely they are to miss something as well. So people forget that or get a long email. So I always prefer short emails. But having said that, certain types of communication के लिए long emails work well. For example, there's something called the Ken, which gives you news via email. Now they write really long emails when they're doing storytelling. Now if you're doing storytelling, large audience, that's where long emails work well. But in this particular, we're talking about professional communication, right? And in that, I would say every time write a really short email, because a short email is always more appreciated.
Umang, opening lines are very, very important. Can you, briefly tell us about the importance of opening line?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because I think a lot of people make the same mistake with the opening lines. Nowadays I'm getting a lot of opening lines that talk a little bit about hope you and your family are safe, hope you are doing well. Just think about it. Some लोग किसी को email ये मिल रहा है out of the thousands of emails, and you're introducing yourself with that line that everyone else is using. Automatically you're forgotten, you're lost in many emails that you're getting. We understand sentiment, the day that hope your family is doing well, etc. You're trying so that you care. But it's more effective to use an opening line to build a relationship. And the way to do that is maybe bring up the fact that, I read your note on LinkedIn, or I read your book, or I read your work. That way you make a personal connection, first line, and they're inclined to read the whole email, right? And that's different than wishing someone. You can obviously wish someone at the end as well, right? Why don't you do that? Why don't you use the first line to make a warm connection with the reader? Very few people do that, because I think that really differentiates how you communicate with someone.
There is that, yeah. If there is a personal connection, please make a note of that, yeah.
Right.
Let me see. The pen and fabric is right. If we just need to keep the language simple, so why most of the corporate people love to use very heavy words, as this is a very common thing that we're finding. Yeah, you're right.
I think this is why this course is so important, right? You're right. Why would you call them? Because you don't understand them. The point is that if you don't understand them, the email has missed its mark. It's not your fault. It's always the fault of the person who is writing the email. And people forget that. Like I said, they're trying to show off that they know these big words. I've also seen a very common problem, when if it's a lawyer or if it's a investment banker like I used to be, we used to use words that are, like ROI, which may not be understood to normal people. And हम लोग के language, हमारे, field में सब लोग जानते हैं, but maybe the person writing doesn't understand that. Suddenly he's lost. You are trying to show off and use words and assume कि सब लोग जानते हैं वो क्या बोलने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं, but it goes over someone's head. And I think it's very important to make sure that your email is understood by a wide variety of people, because maybe that email is getting forwarded to other people. और किसी को भी वो chain of command में समझ में नहीं आया, then the right action will not be taken, and then you may have to write another email explaining yourself, which is equal to time wasting. So I think simple language is key, and more people need to understand that.
You're right. Thank you, Manisha. You wanted to ask something about LinkedIn. Please go ahead. I'll take that question. Thank you that you are into our standard and you find this account so helpful. After reading all the posts and watching videos, you feel positive and become confident. Wow. Ashu Singh, exactly, that's a place on Instagram. Inspiration genuine lagti hai. It's not a rat race, but something for everyone. Thank you, Ashu, so much. So Umang, I'm thinking, as we had decided, why don't we take in Mr. Tomar and get his inputs as well, in the last 5-10 minutes, and then we can have a conversation, all three of us. Let me see. I've never taken a second person, but let me quickly see if I'm able to do so. Okay, I've sent him an invite.
Hello. Hi there.
Oh, hi, Mr. Tomar. Hello.
Hi.
Thank you for joining us. So Deepak, you have been into investment banking and your work involves a lot of writing, lot of, exchange of emails. And so I wanted to know your thoughts on the whole writing communication program. So Tell me what kind of impact has, good writing made on your career?
Look, I will ascribe, like a major portion of my success or whatever. It sounds pompous, but whatever it is, to good writing and in general good communication, and so much so that the nature of work is communicating with a lot of people globally. And I used to get kudos from Brits, Americans that one fine day, one older Brit wrote to me that this is the best drafted email. The one that I had sent to him, that was the best drafted email he had ever seen, and that was a big compliment because this guy was very, very particular and so on and so forth. So what I'm trying to say is that writing is extremely crucial, and for me it has played a tremendous role in the way I have evolved and whatever I have been able to achieve. बहुत ही important है. इसमें एक चीज और ऐड करूंगा, and I think this is something that is understood by sagely people. So जब मैं MBA करने गया था, you won't believe that the first few terms we are always taught in my college, we are always taught a lot of programs in communication. और उसमें एक particular दो programs होते हैं. एक का नाम है written analysis and communication, जिसमें हम लोग लंबी reports को analyze करते हैं और उसके ऊपर एक report लिखते हैं. So that is also about writing, but that's report writing. कैसे करते हैं. दूसरा जो चीज है वो शॉर्ट फॉर्म राइटिंग, जिसमें ईमेल्स और ये चीज आती है, उसके लिए एक अलग प्रोग्राम होता था, अलग कोर्स होता था. उसमें हमारे बहुत ही बड़े प्रोफेसर M. Monipalli. Now he teaches us at the University of Winchester. But the point I'm trying to make is writing पे बहुत ज़्यादा emphasis है. और अगर इस सारे ऑडियंस को मैं ये बोलूँगा, अगर वो मेरी बात को ज़रा सा भी वैल्यू करते हैं कि अगर आपको आगे बढ़ना है और वो जो कि आप बढ़ना चाहते हैं, तो अपने कम्युनिकेशन पे बहुत ध्यान दें और राइटिंग पे खास तौर से ध्यान दें। जैसा उमंग ने बोला, शुरुआत आपकी राइटिंग से होती है। ऐसा ऐसा सेल्डम ही होता है, मतलब मुश्किल से होता है कि आपने सीधे फोन उठा लिया और किसी से बात कर ली। जनरली आप लिखते हैं, राइट? दैट्स अ मोर फॉर्मल वे ऑफ मेकिंग एन इंट्रो, एन एंट्री, एन इंट्रोडक्शन।
Yeah. Thanks, Deepak. Yes. Umang, Neha Singh is asking, when including an image, in our email, what size it should be.
Sorry, I think I lost you there for a second. But
Okay.
I see.
So, yeah.
I see Neha's question.
You got the question?
So I'll just address that. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
there are lots of, it depends at the end of the day. The answer is unfortunately that it has to be the lightest image possible. I mean, that's a good,
Yeah.
because at the end of the day, सारी image भेजी गई तो वो download करने में issue होता है. So make it as lightest possible. Having said that, it depends whether it's an image that you're sending, which is a photograph, whether it's PDF that you're sending. So it all depends on all of these things. Usually, I always tell people use a JPEG format or a PDF format and make it as light as possible. That may be the case, but lots of compression websites exist जहाँ पे अपने image upload करके उसको compress करके फिर भेज सकते हो. An example of this being tiny PNG. So you can use stuff. I think there's one more important question I'd like to address.
Yeah.
So Umar, on this question of attachment, I just want to add one more thing. Obviously, there can be a problem in downloading the content or the image. मैं आपको एक और चीज बताता हूँ. Most of the corporates, they are very conscious. उनके email server अगर heavy attachments आ रहा है, email servers को reject ही कर देंगे, आने ही नहीं देंगे. ये बहुत important चीज है, सबको समझनी चाहिए, बहुत ही important है. Where I work, वहां पर बहुत बड़ा आपने email भेजा, वो आएगी नहीं मेरे पास. And imagine आप किसी important जैसे आपने बिजनेस की बात कर रहे हैं, कुछ भेज रहे हैं और उसमें बहुत हेवी एक्सेल शीट भेज दी, बहुत हेवी फाइल भेज दी, कुछ और पहुंचा ही नहीं. So that's your loss. Hence, lighter the attachment, better.
200 KB
Yes,
is what
Umang, what is the
KB only. It's an easy measure. If you wanted a number, there's a number as well.
we missed your number. What was the number you said? We could not hear that.
200 KB is what I tell people. Keep
200 KB, that's what you're saying. Okay.
Easy attachment.
Okay.
The really good question is the first line with greetings for the day. First of all, my never use that line. It doesn't mean anything. Greetings of the day means nothing. Uska koi meaning nahi hai. It's incorrect English as well. So don't use that line. Like I said, use the first line to talk about maybe how do you know the person, why are you reaching out to them, how can you assist them. So get to the point quickly, I suggest, or make a connection so that person wants to read your whole email. If you waste your time with greetings like this, what happens is people are like, ये serious email नहीं आया मेरे पास. It's another one of those emails. If you get to the point quickly, it shows that you respect the person's time. I know it's hard because हम लोग में letter writing के time पे हमें सिखाया गया था कि पहले हमेशा greeting से शुरू करो. So it's inbuilt in our culture. Our education system has taught us that. But that's what I'm telling you. You have to be understand the context of what you're trying to say and evolve. अगर आपने evolve नहीं किया तो आगे कैसे बढ़ेंगे? And that is what the point of the course is.
I vividly remember, how you keep saying in the course, like, don't mumble. आपने एक बार जब decide किया है तो उसे please घुमा फिरा के मत बोलिए, just say it. Was it something wherein, are these emails where you want to ask something, that you want to get something from people? If I'm not mistaken.
Right. So, like I said, when you want to get something from people, if you want to make a point, get to the point. आप अपना लोगों को बहुत घुमा फिरा के डर के बोलने की आदत है. The point is email kind of format for that. Here, people are trying to understand आप क्या बोलने की कोशिश कर रहे हो. So get to the point right away.
So on this point, Shraddha, I just want to add कि देखिए कैसा होता है, कई बार लोगों को ये डर होता है कि मेरी ईमेल को टर्स और एक टर्स ईमेल ना समझ लिया. टर्स यानी कि बहुत ही रूट सी ईमेल ना समझ लिया जाए. इसीलिए people try to add softness by offering greetings etc. तो जैसे Umang what he's saying, maybe when you are ending the email, maybe you can just leave a greeting somewhere there, just to kind of build in a bit of softness. So but at the same time, I totally agree. Start with a bang. Start coming to the point, and then build from there. और उसमें लोगों को ये भी लगता है उनका टाइम भी बचाते हैं आप actually.
Yeah, true. Salt and pepper, Rahul. Thank you so much for your messages. The Devil is asking how long should the email be. हमने just बताया which catchy lines And effective lines, should we, I'm just missing this message, Umang, if you can see this message.
What should I write? Email subject. We actually
हाँ
have
हाँ वो बताइए please. Yeah.
built into the course where we talk about email subject lines. You know, we talk about open rates when we are in a company. To analyze हमारे email कितनी बार open हुआ और कितने लोगों से open हुए. So writing an email subject line is a whole art in itself. The better the subject line, the more likely someone's going to click into your email. And we talk about that, you know, on our course as well. And we have some examples there as well, where if you write a great subject line, you'll get that dream opportunity, that dream job, just because of your one subject line written cleverly, that it pops out. So it's a very good question. We'll cover that in the course as well.
Yes. और really मतलब सब्जेक्ट लाइन मुझे भी जब कभी भी कोई ईमेल लिखना होता है ना तो मुझे हमेशा भी सब्जेक्ट लाइन पे रुक जाती हूँ, क्या लिखूं. You know, it's again I feel you need to be good at it. It's an art. Sorry, Deepak.
So you know, एक टिप मैं देना चाहूंगा कि सब्जेक्ट लाइन ऐसी कोशिश करनी चाहिए, एक तो बहुत ही छोटी और कंसाइज होनी चाहिए, और ऐसा आइडिया आना चाहिए कि लोगों को पता चल जाए कि ईमेल में व्हाट शुड दे एक्सपेक्ट इन द ईमेल. अगर सब्जेक्ट लाइन से वो थोड़ा सा आइडिया आ जाए, इट्स इवन बेटर. लोगों को पता चल जाएगा कि हाँ ये है व्हाट टू एक्सपेक्ट. तो सब्जेक्ट लाइन ही किसी और डायरेक्शन में और ईमेल किसी और डायरेक्शन में, तो वो वहां पर प्रॉब्लम है.
Absolutely.
Right. दीपक, आपको मेरे को एक वन लास्ट क्वेश्चन आई वांटेड टू आस्क यू दैट आपके हिसाब से आप एक प्राइवेट सेक्टर में काम करते हैं, तो ये स्टार्टअप वाला ईमेल लैंग्वेज, प्राइवेट कॉर्पोरेट सेक्टर का ईमेल का लैंग्वेज और गवर्नमेंट ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, उसमें क्या फर्क आपको दिखाई देता है?
देखिए मेरे लिए 2-3 चीजें हैं. एक तो मैं बहुत सीनियर इंसान से अपने ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में बात कर रहा हूँ, मान लो सीईओ से बात कर रहा हूँ जिसमें मैं रिपोर्ट करता हूँ, तो वहां पर आई हैव टू बी कॉन्शियस. वहां पर मैं थोड़ा सा सॉफ्ट लैंडिंग करना चाहूंगा ईमेल में, राइट. तो वहां पर शायद मैं एक लाइन लिख दूंगा, हाउ यू डूइंग एटसेट्रा, एंड ही वुडंट माइंड दैट. फिर मैं आई विल कम टू द पॉइंट एटसेट्रा, टेकिंग केयर ऑफ द राइट काइंड ऑफ सब्जेक्ट एटसेट्रा. चलो वो हो गया. दूसरी चीज है, मैं काम की बात कर रहा हूँ, मेरे काउंटर पार्ट्स हैं दुनिया भर में, उनसे बात कर रहा हूँ, तो वहां पर 2 चीजें होती है. अगर किसी नए बंदे से बात कर रहा हूँ तो मैं ईमेल थोड़े अलग तरीके से लिखूंगा, उसकी ईमेल की शुरुआत थोड़े अलग तरीके से करूंगा, थोड़ा सा इंट्रोडक्शन दूंगा एटसेट्रा एटसेट्रा. लेकिन जिनसे मैं डेली बात करता हूँ वहां पर थोड़ा सा
कन्वेंशनल सेटअप, जैसे कन्वेंशनल हो, वहां पे आप क्या लिखोगे?
देखिए कन्वेंशनल सेटअप पे मेरा एक्सपीरियंस है, जब मैंने पीडब्ल्यूसी में ज्वाइन किया था 2006 में, और वी हैड गॉन टू वर्क विद फॉर अ क्लाइंट कॉल्ड सीआरएम बहुत लोग जानते हो. तो वहां वो एक कन्वेंशनल कंपनी है, और वहां पर उस टाइप के सेटअप में यू वांट टू बी यू रियली वांट टू कम क्लोजर टू द वे दे कम्युनिकेट. आप कोशिश करना चाहेंगे कि चलो मैं इनकी तरफ थोड़ा सा झुकाव करूं. तो वहां पर वो थोड़ी सी फॉर्मेलिटी लाना लैंग्वेज में, वो इट विल हेल्प. मतलब वर्बोसिटी नहीं, फॉर्मेलिटी. तो वो सेंसिटिविटी, जैसे उमंग वाज सेइंग अर्लियर, राइट, टू अंडरस्टैंड, टू बी इन देयर शूज, टू अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट देयर कल्चर इज, वो बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. उसी को एम्पैथी भी बोलते हैं, आप समझिए. बिकॉज अल्टीमेटली यू वांट योर वर्क डन, यू वांट टू मूव अहेड, जो भी काम कराना है आपने कराया, आगे बढ़े. तो वो उसी तरीके से होगा. अगर कन्वेंशनल कंपनी में जहां पर कल्चर है बहुत ही थोड़ी फॉर्मल ईमेल लिखने का, और वहां पर आपने एक अलग तरह की ईमेल लिख दी, उनको थोड़ा शॉक लगेगा, फिर आपका काम भी शायद ना हो. तो वो थोड़ी सी सेंसिटिविटी बिल्ड करना जरूरी है.
You're right. The devil is asking Umang, which things to avoid while composing a good email? Is there anything that we can point out?
Avoid a lot of things to include, but my one thing, if I had to tell you, is that avoid mumbling. Avoid writing in a convoluted manner. Avoid trying to get to the point. क्या बोलना चाहते हो? We talk about a good, in the course we cover how we need to, have a beginning, middle and end. How we should think about all 3 things, beginning being the opening line and the greeting, the middle being, the exact point you want to convey and coming to that quickly, and the end maybe being action, call to action, ki aap aise, you are an email, help me this way, this is how you respond to my email, this is how you do the work. So making it easy for them. And if you keep these 3-4 things in mind, every email you're going to write is going to be a good email, because you're thinking from the other perspective. When you're reading the email like you are the one it's intended for, rather than you are the one writing it.
So, okay, here's the last question, which is very important. और ये हमने कोर्स में कवर किया है, लेकिन मेरे साथ भी होता है, sometimes you get an email which जिससे आप बहुत गुस्सा हो जाते हो. It's an angry email. और how do you react to that email? It's a tricky one. I'm sure, मतलब वो email देख के हम disturb हो जाते हैं, and you just want to give it back, or you're disturbed, but what is your advice?
So my advice, and I'll hand it over to Deepak as well on this, is that if you have to write an angry email, don't write the email at all. Maybe don't put the name. What I do personally, if I'm very angry and I get an email, I will not first of all put the name of the person. I'll write the whole email, then I'll go for a walk, or I'll go do something else for 5-10 minutes. I'll come back and I won't feel like sending the email. I'll just delete it. The point is कि angry, there's no good thing that will come from you writing an angry email, because सब लोग क्या भूल जाते हैं, ये एक चीज भूल जाते हैं कि email is permanent, वो कभी नहीं जाता. एक बार आपने भेज दिया तो वो भेज दिया. हम लोग WhatsApp पे हम लोग बात करते हैं जो फीचर है जो you can click into it and you can delete a message, that doesn't work in an email. Your email is gone forever. Email recall वाला भी आजकल inboxes से recall नहीं हो रहे emails. So the point is कि if you have to write an angry email, don't write it at all. You can go be angry, take a walk, you'll come back and you'll feel, there's no point. And we covered about how, if you want to get something done, or if you want something done from a person and you're angry at that person, how you do it in a good way as well. And that's covered in the course. But the answer is always, don't write it at all.
Right. Deepak, you want to take this?
Yeah, look, it's absolutely everything that Umang said. And एक चीज मैं बोलना चाहूँगा कि सबसे पहली चीज है, always write to communicate. Do not write to react, or do not write to pour your emotions. आप गुस्सा हो गए किसी email, right? सबसे पहली चीज, when an angry email comes to you, a few things could be happening on the other side. One, it's a genuine case. Maybe they should not react that way. But let's say somebody reacts, आपका उसमें control नहीं है. But हो सकता है वो situation genuine हो. That's one. दूसरी चीज है, हो सकता है दूसरे आदमी का मतलब, they have had a bad fight, वो office आ रहे थे, road पे लड़ाई हो गई, and then the first thing this guy comes and does is look at your email or something happens, और वो सारा गुस्सा इधर channel हो गया, और उसके बाद वो गुस्सा वहाँ channel हो गया, आप भी react कर रहे हैं, तो you're not achieving anything. So you have to understand that, and as Umang said, आया गुस्सा तो आएगा, you will get irritated, but leave it. ऐसा कुछ नहीं है कि 10 मिनट आपने उस पर respond नहीं किया ना तो मतलब आसमान टूट पड़े, कुछ नहीं होगा, कुछ भी नहीं होगा. So these are some of the things that, and then many times what I do, अगर कुछ भी ऐसी controversial situation होती है ना, as Umang said, आपने कुछ भी random लिख दिया, वो इधर जाएगा उधर जाएगा, उसको escalate कर दिया जाएगा, दुनिया भर की चीजें होंगी. So you have to escape all those things. सबसे पहली चीज जो मैं करता हूँ ना, अगर ऐसा कुछ होता है, if something is contentious, मैं तो सीधे फोन उठाता हूँ और लोगों को फोन करता हूँ and try, I try and understand भाई ये चल क्या रहा है. Okay, so क्या होता है when you are on the phone, things are not on email. It's nobody can hear what you're saying. So वहाँ पर if I can diffuse the situation, great. This is something within the organization. अगर organization के बाहर कुछ हो रहा है, then as I said, as Umang said, you have to understand the situation first, really, and really get your head around it, wrap your head around it, and try and bring your empathy quotient को थोड़ा ऊंचा करके समझे कि चल क्या रहा है, मतलब शायद सच में कोई problem हो, and then you approach it with that eye. Do not ever approach any situation with anger. Reaction तो होना ही नहीं. Reaction here, that means you have lost the battle.
Absolutely.
Thanks, Deepak. Yes. What I really like जिस तरह से आपने course में cover किया है, that how do you react to when your boss is angry, and how do you react to that email, and when you how to react to angry customers, or being a customer, how to convey your anger, or अगर आपको ऐसी angry email आती है, so what do? Very well done. So I can't cover everything here because of lack of time, but everything is being covered in the program in detail. और भी ये भी बहुत अच्छी point था, like how do you collect money, अगर आपको किसी के पास से पैसे वापस मांगने हैं तो आप किस तरह से मांगोगे, और उल्टा अगर किसी ने आपको पैसे मांगे तो वो आप किस तरह से कन्वे करोगे. So very interesting, because ये इतनी tricky communications, इतनी tricky conversations होती है कि एक भी लाइन का मतलब इधर से उधर जा सकता है, and it can really spoil relationships. Yes. Thank you, boys. Deepak, thank you for your time and for your inputs. And Umang, is there a last word that you want to?
No, first of all,
आप कुछ बोलना चाहेंगे?
Thank you so much, Shraddha. Thank you so much, Deepak, as well. Thank you for everyone who was watching. Hopefully, please subscribe to the course. I think I've poured every single bit of my knowledge into this, and everyone will gain something from it. And please write to me and telling me, how well this course for you and what you've achieved since you sort of become a better writer. And that's what the whole point of the course is, to make everyone a better writer, an effective communicator. So thank you again. Hopefully this will be the start of your professional journey, bringing you to another level.
Thank you. Thank you, first of all, for today and for creating such a beautiful, practical and a useful course, program for future तैयारी. और सबसे अच्छी बात है कि बिल्कुल कम टाइम में 1-1.5 घंटे में आप इतना क्विकली इतनी सारी स्किल्स और काइंड ऑफ ट्रिक्स आप सीख जाते हैं और बातें. एंड आई एम श्योर एवरीथिंग कम्स फ्रॉम योर ओन एक्सपीरियंस. और मुझे वो याद है, पता है, जब हम कोर्स बना, व्हेन वी वर डिस्कसिंग अबाउट द कोर्स, और कैसे कुछ लोग, वन ऑफ योर इंटर्न्स, उन्होंने बहुत अच्छी ईमेल लिखी आपको एंड यू वर रियली इम्प्रेस्ड बाय हर ईमेल. लेकिन उसके बाद जब वो आपको मिलने आने वाली थी, उन्होंने कुछ व्हाट्सएप पे ऐसे लिखा एंड विद सडनली आपका पूरा, उनका जो इम्प्रेशन था वही पूरा हिल गया, राइट? सो सी हाउ इट मैटर्स आप किस प्लेटफॉर्म में किस तरह से लिखते हैं.
Absolutely.
Anyway, thank you, Aniket, for your 3 of the speakers to get us guidance on effective email writing. Okay, everyone, and hope you enjoyed the session. And thanks to Deepak. Special thanks to Umang. You were very tired today. You had a very busy day. Still, you were able to make it. Hope you all enjoyed the course as well. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye. Bye, Umang. Thank you.